Hey, hey, hey. I am with Lady Justice with Press. Are we 5 by 5, everyone? Let a few people get in here. I have got some news for y'all today. You're going to not believe what's going on. I don't even know if I believe what's going on right at the moment. Hey, 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 we've got Voices of the Silence in the house. Fabulous having you aboard. 5 by 5. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Great. Thank you. Um, well, as the title states, I guess you've heard it. What a busy morning it has been. The Constitutional Cruiser, and for those of you long time on this channel, you'll know the Constitutional Cruiser is my van that I travel around in and have traveled around in for a while now. Hey, 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 Wicked West. Fabulous having you aboard. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, the Constitutional Cruiser this is kind of a call to action. As much as I hate doing this, hey, 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 Jeannie, fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. What I want to start off saying is in the wee early morning hours after 1 a.m. this morning, the Constitutional Cruiser was kidnapped. It absolutely was. The Constitutional Cruiser was kidnapped without due process. And that, you guys, that's a seizure. And I never signed any paperwork for them to take my stuff, my personal property. Hey, 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 we've got Leslie Sullivan on board. Fabulous having you here. What has happened is the Constitutional Cruiser was kidnapped. We were lawfully parked where we should have been, where we could have been. There was no due process. Hey, 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 Four Corners. No due process, meaning there was no orange sticker put on the cruiser, the Constitutional Cruiser. There was no court appearances, no paperwork, uh, nothing other than approximately 3:30 this morning. It was found to not be present where it was last parked yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday. Where I'm parked at, Sundays are a free day, meaning you don't have to move your vehicle every 2 hours. Because I have a disabled thing, they give me 4 hours. Every 4 hours. That's the law. And I am a stickler on moving my vehicle as I need to, when I need to. I parked it where I parked it yesterday afternoon, approximately 4:30 p.m. Sunday. I was currently doing some laundry, so I went out to my van a few times yesterday.
This is absolutely
to
intolerable.
swallow. And I really strongly wonder. I mean, I'm wondering, was I targeted for some reason or another? Um, you can't help but ask yourself all these questions. And, why? Anyway, what's going on? The best I can cipher right now is there is a impound fee currently of $170. The reason that is $170 is because the constitutional cruiser is over 6,000 pounds. So to tow it, it costs a little bit more. I guess to store it in its parking place costs a little bit more, because even the daily fee is a little bit more.
Who can afford that?
The storage fee for the constitutional cruiser is $30 a day. Right now, it's $170. When I got online to look, I had to plug in some information, and they're just charging me right now because it was taken unlawfully without due process this morning in the wee hours between 1 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. That we do know. And this is a documentation of that. It was lawfully parked since yesterday afternoon. And yesterday being Sunday, another documentation. The seizure happened without any proper notice. There was no warrant, no due process. I'm left with nothing at the moment. And I urgently need help recovering my property and definitely my rights. I'm asking that everybody share this far and wide. Please share this video, that effort on your behalf as a viewer and as a supporter of liberty, justice. Gosh, I'm so upset right now. Lady Justice, Liberty Press. Everything I have is in that van. Everything. They're trying to stifle. I feel like this is an attack on my channel, the channel I share with all of you guys. And I say that because Liberty Press, i.e., my laptop, is inside of this van that I have. My medications are inside of the van. My e-bike is on the back of my van. My shoes, my clothes. Documents, when I say everything I have, I mean everything. So Anyway, it's $170 for the tow, and the storage is $30 a day. The vehicle does weigh over 6,000 pounds. I really need to get a civil rights attorney. So if anybody knows of a civil rights attorney specializing in Fourth Amendment and due process violations, excuse me. In the Denver metro area, I am asking that the community please, please assist me with a civil rights attorney in this case. This case has no due process. I am left with nothing. Um, and again, my laptop is in there, Liberty Press.
You know, I'm here with you. Can you hear me, Lady J? Can you hear me?
I have a cash. Thank you, Leslie. I do have a cash app. It's $ LJLP 4, the number 4, Lady J. That is my cash app. I do have a PayPal, and you can use my email address at Lady Justice Liberty Press at gmail.com is for the PayPal account.
And so
That is what is going on. When your rights are violated like this without due process,
she can't hear me.
that is really a hard pill to swallow. It's one thing. Excuse me. It's one thing to stand out on a sidewalk. It's one thing to stand out on the sidewalk and hold your public officials, the cops, accountable and keeping them transparent and calling them out, so to speak, on the discrepancies. However, when you have not had your due process processed correctly, you really feel extremely violated.
It's cold out here, huh?
It is chilly. It is. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes, thank you for being here. You really do feel extremely violated. I feel like because of what I do and have done, I was targeted in a way. I mean, there's been several little things that has been happening or has been going on, and for a minute, I've been thinking I'm hanging out too much in one particular spot. Hey, we got Geo in the house.
No, you're incredibly brave for doing this work.
Well, thank you.
You know that's one thing that I noticed when I very first met you and started working with you was You had loads bravery more than me, and you're the bravest. I think you're one of the bravest cop officers I've seen.
Well,
For sure.
thank you. But like my grandmother would say, ignorance is bliss. Hey, hey, hey. And we shan't be bliss. That's all I can say. Anyway, so I think Mr. Amazing done a little bit of calling around. He's helped me out a little bit today.
I'm trying to be supportive.
Okay, and thank you. That's very appreciative. Very appreciative right now. Anyway,
Yeah, guys, it was cold. Just did you tell him? Oh, you got tears.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I understand. You know, it was the middle of the night. They come like a thief in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
and they never gave her any notice. She's entitled to have a hearing or something and
due
contest
process.
all this. She moves her van in accordance with the parking laws, which are very strict. She has to move it every 2 hours. And I think she gets another 2 hours because she's got the disability plates.
Yes.
The car's registered and insured. It moves all the time. Someone may have improperly reported it, but she still had the right. Even the homeless tents. I mean, just by for comparison, they give the homeless people 72 hours to move their tents before they do homeless abatement around town. So they would have even treated anybody with more respect than this. It really feels like you've been targeted.
Yes, that's what I've been telling the viewers. It is very chilly. The wind is picking up. So if you all hear the wind, I apologize for that noise. There was no due process. There was no warrant. There was no paperwork. There was never no orange sticker. You know how they sometimes put it on your windows, those bright orange stickers? Nothing. And even when they do that orange sticker, they give you 72 hours to move your vehicle. That didn't happen here. It absolutely did not happen here. I've never encountered anything quite like this before. So this has taken me kind of by surprise, kind of, but you know, you kind of know something could happen, I guess, but you never think it's going to be quite like this, you know. I didn't think it was going to be quite like this, and I say using the small I for sure, for sure. Um, I really am.
I had to go put some more clothes on.
Oh yes,
It's really cold.
it's a little chilly. Thank you for the sweets. I see.
Yeah,
You
would
guys
you like
cheer
a
me
little?
up. Yeah,
Would you like a little sweet to pick me up?
I definitely need a little
Enjoy
something.
that.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Pardon me, you guys.
That's all
I'm
good.
indulging.
Yeah.
Mm.
Love it. Cookies and cream.
Go ahead.
No, it's for you.
Thank you. That was pretty good. Anyway, this seizure happened without proper notice. There was never no notice. There was no notice at all about the constitutional cruiser. There was no warrant ever. No paperwork of any kind.
No sticker on the window.
No sticker on the window. And like I was telling the viewers, even with the orange sticker, they do give you 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And even at that, I think you can even end up with another 72 hours in some cases. I don't know about that last part, 100. Do your own research, y'all. Like I always tell everybody, don't take Lady J1A's word for it. Look for yourself as, you know.
Yeah, your home, your mobile newsroom, it's snatched up by DPD. You have no notice, no due process. It's been being wrongfully held, and now it's day number 1 of being wrongfully held. The fees are climbing,
Yes.
you know.
On the daily, you guys, on the daily, they'll be going up $30 every day. Right now, currently $170.
I placed the cash tag on the screen, everybody. So if you want to donate to the Cash App, because we need your help. We need help to free the cruiser and fund the legal fight back.
Yes, I honestly, I really do think that there is a actual good case here, and I'm leaving it up to you all what you guys think in your own experiences, because of the fact there was a Fourth Amendment violation and no due process afforded here.
What do you guys think? Cops coming.
I think that that's just, well, like you were saying, even the homeless tents have
I'm in shock.
more uh, process, if you will, than what the constitutional cruiser got. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah.
What did it feel like? You thought your car was stolen this morning?
I did.
Like that.
I thought for a moment I thought everything was stolen. I thought somebody came and stole my van. And yes, Leslie, you are absolutely correct. I do have $170, but things are tight. Things are, and I'm being honest. I'm being for real.
So we're most of the way there, guys. It is climbing out of our control, out of our handling, out of our price range by the day. So that's why the Cash App donations are really important right now to show your support. Um, you know, it could happen to any of you that dare to observe, to question. Has she been targeted because of her channel?
It, perhaps, maybe.
So what do? How do you fight back when the city illegally takes your stuff, especially when you might have to stand up for yourself, sui juris or pro se? This is critical. Before I say another word, I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, and this is entertainment for entertainment purposes and a little bit of educational insight from years on the front lines out here, guys. The legal system is a labyrinth designed by lawyers for lawyers. Going it alone, like we're having to do, is like trying to navigate the maze blindfolded while the Minotaur is hunting you. Possible? Maybe. Insanely risky? Absolutely. Always, always, always try to consult with the lawyer, guys. But we're going to have to do it on our own. And there, I gave the disclaimer. But knowledge is power, guys.
That's right.
We have to arm ourselves. So
Yes.
tell me, guys, what do? What happens? What can someone do? The scenario is you wake up, your property is gone, seized by the city, you come to find out. What are the absolute first things you should do right now, today?
Well, I'll tell you what, and to answer Leslie Sullivan's question, what does it take for today? Well, my documentation is in my van. A lot of it. I called Idaho. They're sending me via mail through the snail mail the information I need.
So if she had the documentation, which she doesn't, so it's not possible to get it out today.
I
And
can't.
so she'll have
I
to wait
wish
a couple of days for the mail to come to my place.
by Wednesday or Thursday, I should have that.
And so by that time, it'll be what, 2:30, at least 2:30, something like that. And rising. It's okay. I'm eating.
Yeah.
You want to put it on you?
Okay, yeah, $230 by in 2 days
Mm-hmm. Yep.
at $30 a day. It's 170. Wow, it happens fast, guys. So fast.
I don't make that kind of money. But what you got to do is you got to document everything. Did you immediately take photos and video of where your property was and
Yes,
record every call you made?
I did. I did. I had to purchase my registration, a copy of it. It's coming through snail mail. Like I said, it should be here Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And at $30 a day.
Fine. Idaho Department of Transportation, huh?
Yeah. And
were they nice to you?
They were very lovely and
Oh,
very
that's
helpful.
good,
yes, they were. And of course, I commented them on how gracious they were, or how well they handled themselves.
Yeah, you got to commend the good workers, and
That's
then
right.
let's elevate them and expose the bad workers, right?
Exactly. Absolutely. Idaho is not up to par, so to speak. They're not digital, so everything has to come through the snail mail. Even if you get on their website to order the stuff,
So there was no way they could fax this today.
They couldn't fax it or email me.
The Idaho Department of Transportation couldn't fax over the information today, guys.
No.
You hear that?
That's
I was dumbfounded when I heard this.
Yeah, that is a fact, because again, the excuse was they're not digital. So everything has to go through their mail, through the mailing system. 2025, right?
Well, you found it. You know what you got to do. We're going to crowdfund. Everybody's going to help out. You're going to come up with the money you need.
I appreciate that.
And then we got to move on with getting damages, seeking
damages for this. And yes,
yeah, you've had your fundamental rights violated here.
This could happen to anyone. It really could at any time. And I do feel very violated. I mean, it's a different feeling than being on a sidewalk and redressing, so to speak, just simply because there hasn't been a due process, and things weren't handled correctly.
Well, have you ever heard about the Colorado Governmental Immunity Act?
No, please tell me.
Well, you generally only have 182 days from when you discover the seizure to file a formal written notice of claim with the correct city official, like the mayor, or city council, or city attorney. Probably the city attorney.
Yeah.
And the notice has specific content requirements. Miss the deadline or get the notice wrong, and your state law claims are likely toast.
Or likely toast. Now, what did you call this?
It's called the Colorado Governmental Immunity Act. So I guess this seeks to protect them under certain things like this. Where we the
Colorado Governmental
Immunity Act. So I guess they do have immunity. This isn't really, I don't know. The police took it, but
Denver PD did take it.
So maybe I'm wrong about that. Here, the GPT spit it out, so I don't know if that's accurate, but
it's definitely
do
something.
Your own research, guys.
Right. Do your own research. Look into things. I've got pictures of what I found when I got on their website here locally to find out about my van. I will post those pictures both here as well as on YouTube. I just
breathe, keep breathing.
Right?
You can get through this. We got your back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, keep a copy of vitals on secret phone. Yes, you are so bright. Our lady over here, Miss Leslie Sullivan, she is got a wealth of knowledge. And remember, knowledge is power, guys. Empower yourself today. Seek something and just study, learn it.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's a 911 call to action. We've really got to do something to get, did you know that she's running around with flip-flops? She didn't have her shoes with her, so they took her shoes and her socks, and she's just running around in flip-flops, and it's really cold out.
I
today,
have,
so pretty chilly with the
you
wind
know,
blowing.
this is why, one reason why I feel like this is a kind of a target. Mr. Amazing had court today on the Arapahoe County issues. I've got court tomorrow morning. We were there this morning. We shall be there tomorrow morning. You can't keep a good person down, you know, you just can't. Um, mm,
I am give you 100 as soon as I see Dr. Sean, and he will send it for me. You know, I don't know nothing about my phone, but my word is my bond, says Gio.
oh, Gio,
I got to take care of it. I mean, if we can get that on sent on over and
Gio,
everything.
you are so fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm telling
I
you,
think that will be, but at the same time, guys, it would be really great if we could consult with a lawyer.
yes, we do need an attorney, a civil rights attorney. If anybody knows of any attorneys in the Denver metro area that specialize in Fourth Amendment and due process violations, please get a hold of me. Let me know, give me their name, their phone number.
You know, Leslie Sylvan says, and this is really easier said than done in some circumstances, in my experience, anyways. Never having too many opportunities going for me. But she says, clear the videos off your phone daily after audits. Don't put other First Amendment auditors' information on your phone that could be seized. Have a separate phone for audits.
That is so good. And you know, I used to run around with two phones.
You know, the other thing is don't practice in your own backyard.
Absolutely.
Right? That's how this ends up
I've been
happening.
saying, yes, I've been saying that for a while. And honestly, like I started off, I know I've been here at this particular spot far longer than I'm comfortable at. Uh, I like to be traveling. I like to be moving around. I like to visit my family, my friends, the people I've met along the way and in the past, and currently have inklings of meeting new people along the way. Um,
Don't shit where you sleep.
yes, don't exactly, don't.
She also says discount lawyer equals discount verdict. Beware.
Yes, uh, those are very wise words, Leslie Sullivan. Those are very wise words.
Voices of the silence. You're primarily looking at a 42 U.S.C. 1983 for violating your 4th and 14th due process under color of law. You might also have state claims.
This is also correct. I do know the Denver area has extra statutes or acts or whatever you want to call statutes. Because the homeless a few years ago did sue because of undue process. They won. They absolutely did win. And it's very much, they have to put things up in writing in areas before they do a sweep. They must give them notice, like a 3 or 4 day notice, I want to say.
I think you've got a pretty great case here. This might end up being a real blessing in disguise.
Well, it might.
It might be an immediate thing.
It won't be an immediate fix, but it's something. And I'm telling you, if a person in a tent has due process,
human rights, basically.
yes,
yeah.
Well, somebody, you know, parked lawfully that is following the parking ordinances the best I can. And trust me, I think I've made a few people in my life nuts over. I've got to go move my van. I got to go move my van.
Oh well, that's the other thing now too. I'm thinking, right? This isn't the first time. It seems like people in Colorado are bothered by vans.
This
We've
is
had
true.
quite a few problems And it all has to do with either having a sleeping compartment in your vehicle or the fact that you are in your vehicle,
And
right?
yeah,
In Colorado,
in my private
particularly.
property, inside of my private property, people have problems with somebody being inside there, not being loud, not engaging with anyone or anything, just being. That's all.
Yeah, man. They really don't like the vans out here in Colorado, man. They really don't like the RVs and vans and shit.
No,
They hate them.
they do. They absolutely do. Anyway, I wanted, oh, Keebler, danger, no sugar coating. Truth is in the house. Thank you,
Share the
Keebler.
stream, Lady Keebler, you know,
Yes,
that's what we need. Share the stream. We're looking for donations, man. I know that you're not in the position probably, but, and few of us are, but
what I need, Keebler, is share this stream. It costs nothing, just a second or two of your time. Click, and it's off on somewhere else. Hopefully, getting views.
yeah,
Um,
you need to be able to recover emotionally, physically. You need to be able to plan your next move. Do you have the capacity right now to go to Texas like you wanted to? Become a part-time law student, a paralegal, draft federal court filings, and help you all figure this out?
I would love to get on down the road a little ways.
Where are you going to sleep? I mean, how is this working? No, that's where we come in, right, guys? That's where the support of the First Amendment community is going to kick into action.
And I want to thank each and every one of you in advance. Trust me, I will thank you more properly later on, but wow.
I also see this as a type of stifling. Isn't this an attempt to stifle your press too? I feel like
I
this
feel
is
like it, yes.
also beyond the fourth and the 14th violation. I feel like this is a clear. This would be like breaking into a news station or a newspaper and then shutting them down and shit and impounding our fucking assets.
Yes.
That's what they've done here. They've attacked a news agency.
Thank you, Miss Leslie Sullivan. Thank you so very much for that cash. I appreciate that. Um, I don't usually go around asking for this sort of stuff, so it is a little hard for me, but it's so much needed.
Well, thank goodness that we now have that tackled, and you don't have. Maybe you can even sleep tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Without your mind driving you nuts. You just know that you got to wait on those documents. You've got the cash.
Yes.
Okay. You go to court tomorrow, right?
Yes.
See, that's the thing. I think it was planned. I really think she was targeted here, guys, because it just feels like whoever had the car towed knew about the Arapahoe County court date, which is tomorrow, which is a separate jurisdiction, which would mean that they were colluding to target her in an organized fashion, in my opinion. It seems like organized harassment between agencies. We are all targeted, BC Watchdog said. Yeah, I know, man. I know, bro.
Yes. Thank you, BC Watchdog, for climbing aboard.
We're just the victim here today, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And, if we allow these sort of violations to take place, they're going to continue and it's going to get worse. But there is a process. And I had a very great conversation with if you don't mind me staying with someone earlier today about.
No, I don't mind. Tell him.
Yeah.
We met somebody that was familiar with Eric Brandt, actually.
Absolutely.
Today, an attorney lady.
Yes.
And she had had some interactions with Denver Occupy. And they yelled at her mother even at one point, I guess. So we had the blessing of meeting this person today and having this amazing conversation where this ages of history of Denver activism started being discussed here in the courthouse outside the courtroom. It was pretty fun, amazing little time.
Well, Lady J1A, LJLP, understands that where it is your right to act and behave, to be annoying, to be however you want to be is perfectly okay. However, it's not always the best, especially for liberty. And I want to be here for liberty. That's the whole purpose of why I even started this process.
This press agency, right?
This press,
And what a
yes,
chilling effect they've had on the press by doing this.
absolutely.
You know, you're not able to run around and then chase down any cherries and berries.
I'm going to check something here. Give me 1 second, Leslie.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, the bandwidth isn't large enough to go check out the Cash App right now. I do say I think we can look at the notifications bar. Would you like that, Lady J? Maybe you could see the
Yeah.
Cash App notifications. You want to come sit over here so we can get a better look at you?
Yeah.
The sunlight's just creeping around there now, and wait, how about like that? That better? Can we
Much,
see you better now?
much better. Thank you.
What, like that?
Thank you, Leslie. I so appreciate that. Yes.
Yep, that's a super help. I know I'm gonna sleep better tonight.
Absolutely.
Where do we go next?
Well,
You know, the claim for damages.
I'm going to start looking at
A complaint?
attorneys. I definitely a complaint. I did kind of try to file something, but I had no information. To
Oh, but
really-
you did though. You filed the complaint with the independent monitor, office of the independent monitor this morning.
very early that by 6
By
well,
6 a.m.
by
she
6
filed a
a.m.
complaint.
I was filing a complaint with the the
Oh,
office of the independent monitor. There you go.
well, we stand with Lady Justice Liberty Press. We stand for the Constitution. We will not be silenced. We thank you guys for your incredible support. We will keep fighting with your help. All of us need to keep fighting. Keep donating. Keep sharing the stream. We'll bring you updates as soon as we have them.
Absolutely. I will keep you guys updated about everything going on here.
We need a good civil rights lawyer, and that's where we're going to keep on taking the donations right now, because I think that may be if they won't do it on contingency, it may be a pretty penny. So
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I really do feel like I mean the constitutional cruiser was taken, the Liberty Press was taken, the e-bike on the back of my van was taken.
yeah, we're definitely maybe we could go ahead and after this, we'll take some time to call some attorneys and
Yes.
find out about civil rights representation here, because
I think that's
this
it.
shouldn't really happen to anybody. And I think that's sort of what the homeless proved when they won their class action suit, is that no matter who you are, no matter what runner, even if it's the bottom runner or below the bottom runner, you still deserve notice and due process of law.
Absolutely.
And frankly, I think I would use that. If you had to do this and represent yourself on this, that would be one of the things I would tell to the jury or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you guys that, we've got Friends and Code in the house. Hey, hey, hey.
Well, thank you for sharing the stream, friends and code, everybody. Thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Jet 888. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for climbing aboard with Lady Justice of the Press.
There's the Cash App notifications where they go. Leslie Sylvan for 100 for freedom.
Thank you, Leslie.
And that looks like what we're looking at.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Wanted to check that out.
Well, thank you. To ease Leslie's mind, yes, thank you very much. So very much appreciated. It did come through. I do see it there.
Thank goodness we were able to, that you had some of it and that we were able to have the help from the support from the community.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the channel members too. We got Janet Matson. Well, they're on the bottom of the channel. Let me read it. I can put the banner back up too.
Yeah.
Just want to say thank you to the channel members.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I can't shrink the screen and do what I need to do right now. I don't know why. It's just not moving.
Sinful Toast.
That was Sinful Toast. That was the one I was trying to think of.
Yes, Sinful Toast is another channel member.
I go back to the beginning of the stream, I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, fight, says Geo. Friends
That's
and
right.
Code says hi, Jet 888. Look more into common law rights and contract law. Okay.
Common rights and contract law.
He says the Constitution is for public servants and the government to follow. You, the man and woman, have rights, God-given unalienable rights.
This is true.
So, Constitution was the outline of the government, and that's for them to follow. He's right about that.
Yes. And see, because the
No, the Wicked West. Oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Wicked West. They will let her get her documents out, but here's the thing: aren't they lost in there?
Yes.
They're lost inside the van. She doesn't know where they are. And they will only let you go into the vehicle one time. You can only go out into the yard one time for each vehicle. They won't let you go again. Essentially, you could get your documents if you knew where they were.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Leslie says, call me.
I will. I will give you a call.
I think everyone wants to know. So financially, we're able to get it out now. Okay, so it'll be able to get out of impound. Not today though.
But my paperwork has to come through the mail. Most places in 2025 are up into the digital age, but not Idaho. No. That'd be too easy, you know.
Yeah, everything is about contract. If you did not agree to whatever, they cannot hold you to anything. And I think you're so going to get paid about this. I do. I think this is going to be a little blessing in disguise.
Well, that would be great.
Yeah.
I need a blessing right now, guys.
It looks like the wolf bit you right now, but yeah.
Well, you know, I do need to skedoodle down the road as soon as possible, whether this goes forward or not, and I'm sure it will go forward. This one definitely will go forward.
Keebler was a channel member. I don't think we mentioned Keeb.
Oh, yes, Keebler, yes. And Keebler AI Music, you guys, she does some great, awesome stuff out there for all of us.
Toe for Life Chronicles.
Toe for Life Chronicles.
Mile High Community Watch.
Mile High Community
and
Watch.
Simple Toaster. You guys check out the channel memberships, exclusive content, shout outs, early access, and stuff that you won't see anywhere else is available over there. Plus, on the highest level, you actually get to have a say so in the channel going on.
You actually get to be an assistant director, so to speak, and get to kind of tell Lady J what you'd like to see, you know? Yeah, the assistant director role.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Live life, you only get one. Sorry, I just got here. Did you get arrested? And that's why it was impounded. Like, what was their reason? No, they came in the middle of the night. She
There was no
wasn't in it.
reason. There was no due process. There was no warrant.
There was no warning.
There was no warning.
There's no
There
arrest.
was no arrest. There was no paperwork. There was no orange paper.
This was some cold-blooded stuff, man.
There was no orange paper. What I do know is homeless people living in a tent
Get
on
notification.
the side of the road and on the sidewalk get proper notification and have been for a while since they
It was 2017, I think.
yeah,
When they won that lawsuit.
2017-ish out there. I'm going to look it back up again. The homeless in the Denver area filed a lawsuit because their stuff kept getting thrown away and torn up and anyway,
Sorry about the noise right now, guys. Bear with us, okay?
yes,
Just stick with us, guys.
yes, it's
Maybe
moving
pick up all
on.
those phones now.
Yes,
Get out of here.
it's moving on down the road slowly,
Get
but
out of here,
it's
man.
moving. Anyway,
Just when you're doing a live stream, they come by it.
yes, the homeless did file a lawsuit and they did win because no due process was happening and their 14th Amendment was being stomped. Their Fourth Amendment was being stomped. And guess what? They won that lawsuit. Now, they have more of a, even today, the homeless in a tent has more due process than what the constitutional cruiser or Lady J1A was given in the wee hours between 1 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. this very moment.
Yeah, so
This
no
very
crime,
morning.
no reason.
No crime.
Just it actually appears to be targeting because of her press activities. So
That's a real possibility.
that's what it looks like to me, guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
You need to recover. You need to take some time away. Do you want to stop the live stream now and then maybe give people updates later? Should
yes.
we keep going and talk about it?
Well,
Maybe some of the commenters could tell us what they would do, or if they've had something like this happen to
yeah,
them,
if you
what
guys,
did they do?
yeah, if you guys have had some experience like this, what happened to you? How did you act? How did you react? What did you do? How did you handle it? Did you file a 1983?
And Gio says he's still going to send that as soon as we see Dr. Sean. Anything that isn't used for
Thank you.
getting the vehicle out or for an attorney, we will just refund back the payments.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Because, I don't ask for much. I really don't.
Yeah, should the money not be needed or there's not a righteous use for it, then we'll just refund the payments back.
What this needs to be is to get the constitutional cruiser out of impound.
So you got that.
Yes, and also I want to try to find a civil rights attorney, even if they would take contingencies or something. I'm open, but I will give Ms. Sullivan a call here when I end this stream. Absolutely will do that. And thank you
And
guys.
notice of liability notice.
A liability?
Yeah, Jen 888 is laying on some info in here and laying it down.
Oh, thank you.
We'll have to come back and check on some of that too. Jack off Jack came in.
Oh, hey, Jack off Jack is in the house. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press.
Yeah, they might all be over official misconduct still, man. There would probably be more people, but
yeah, and that's okay. That's okay.
oh, she's not live anymore.
Well, she was live earlier.
Yep, so check out official misconduct after you guys go by the Cash App and leave a little donation, all right?
Thank you again.
Share the stream.
Yeah.
Join the memberships, check out the memberships. Exclusive content over there, exciting interaction with the decision making on the channel. If you choose the right tier, I think it's $5.99 a month.
$5.99.
And yeah, so thank you for all your support, guys.
Thank you. Till then. Go make somebody's day. special. You have mine. Thank you.
That's good.